An agent reads a normal-looking email. Hidden inside it, invisible to you, is an instruction. And the agent's action log fires. It forwards your confidential files to an outside address. You never typed a single malicious word. Welcome to AI Tech Book. Today, prompt injection, the agent attack teams underestimate, because it doesn't enter through your prompt. It enters through what the agent reads. Prompt injection splits two ways, and the difference is who the attacker is. Direct injection is the obvious one. The user crafts an input designed to override the system's instructions. The user is the adversary. Indirect injection is the sneaky one, and OWASP ranks prompt injection the #1 risk for LLM apps in 2025. Here the user is completely trusted. The adversarial instructions are hidden in third-party content the agent reads on the user's behalf. A website, a file, a document. The model accepts input from an external source, and that source is the attacker. Indirect is the one teams underestimate because nothing in the user's prompt looks wrong. So, where does that hidden content come from? From everywhere the agent reads for you, and there are more doors than you'd think. The body of an inbound email, a web page the agent fetches to answer a question, text pulled by OCR from an uploaded image or PDF, and instructions can be hidden right in the pixels of an image, so this is multimodal. A document retrieved from a knowledge base, even the result of one tool call fed into the next. OWASP's surface is broad: websites, repository documents, uploaded resumes, images. If the agent reads it and you didn't write it, it's an injection surface. You can't whitelist safe content. Assume anything external may carry instructions. It's just text in a document. So how much damage can it really do? For an agent, that text can move money. When a chatbot gets injected, the worst case is it says something wrong. When an agent gets injected, the worst case is it does something wrong, and agents are wired to act. A single poisoned input can steer the agent to exfiltrate private data, send an unauthorized message, or trigger a downstream operation that's hard to undo. The injection didn't just change words on a screen, it reached into your systems and pulled a lever. Same vulnerability, vastly larger blast radius. So what combination makes an agent truly dangerous? There's a specific combination that turns a helpful agent into an exfiltration tool. Simon Willison named it the lethal trifecta. 3 capabilities. 1, the agent can access private data, your files, your emails, your secrets. 2, the agent is exposed to untrusted content. It reads things attackers can influence. 3, the agent has an external channel, a way to send data out. Anyone alone is fine. Any two, usually fine. But combine all 3, and an attacker who plants instructions in the untrusted content can make the agent read your private data and send it to them. That overlap is the trap. The defense is to never let one agent hold all 3 at once. So can't the model just be trained to refuse? It helps, but it is not enough, and the numbers say so. Everything in a model's context window is just tokens. Your trusted instructions and the untrusted document sit side by side, and the model has no reliable, built-in way to know which is which. OWASP says it plainly, it's unclear there are any foolproof methods of prevention. Claude is inherently resilient, but the guidance to strengthen guardrails exists precisely because the model alone is not the boundary. And as Willison puts it, for a security control, catching 95% of attacks is a failing grade. The attacker just keeps trying. So if the model isn't the boundary, what is? Something outside the model that the model can't talk its way past. This is the shift that actually works. In Claude Code, permissions are enforced by Claude Code, not by the model. The model can decide it wants to run a command, but a separate layer decides whether it's allowed. And sandboxing prevents tool calls from reaching resources even if a prompt injection bypasses Claude's decision-making entirely. That's the key property. The gate doesn't depend on the model resisting the attack. You assume the injection might win the argument inside the model, and you put the real boundary somewhere the model can't argue with. So, what stops a consequential action at that gate? A hook that runs before anything happens. PreToolUse hooks run before the permission prompt, before any tool call executes. The hook sees what the agent is about to do, and it can deny it, force a confirmation, or let it through. So you take your consequential calls, sending email, deleting files, moving money, and you route them through an ask decision that escalates to a human, no matter what the model decided. The model can be completely convinced by the injection that sending those files is right. It doesn't matter. The hook fires first, a person sees the action, and the irreversible thing doesn't happen until someone says yes. So what's the playbook? You don't patch the model, you constrain it. Least privilege, give the agent the minimum access it needs and nothing more. Human in the loop, a person confirms anything irreversible. Keep untrusted content boxed in tool result blocks so it reads as data, not instructions, and run a lightweight classifier over tool output to flag injection. Sandbox the tools, withhold secrets the agent doesn't need, and never let one agent hold the whole lethal trifecta. None of these trust the model to win the argument. Everyone puts the boundary outside the model. The whole threat model on one screen, direct versus indirect, the underestimated one rides in third-party content, where it enters email, web, image OCR, retrieve docs, tool output, the blast radius for agents, real actions, not just text, the trifecta, private data, untrusted content, an exfiltration channel, and the gate, the model can't solve it, so use least privilege, a PreToolUse hook, and a human outside the model. That's prompt injection. The attack enters through what the agent reads, so put the gate outside the model. If this helped, subscribe to AI Tech Book. More retrieval and security deep dives are coming.